Santorini, officially Thera, is a Greek island in the southern Aegean Sea, about 200 kilometers, 120 miles, southeast from the mainland. It is the largest island of a small, circular archipelago formed by the Santorini caldera. It is the most active volcanic center in the South Aegean volcanic arc. The volcanic arc is approximately 500 kilometers, 300 miles, long and 20 to 40 kilometers, 12 to 25 miles, wide. One of the largest volcanic eruptions in recorded history struck the island about 3,600 years ago, leaving a large water-filled caldera surrounded by deep volcanic ash deposits. Santorini was named by the Latin Empire in the 13th century, and is a reference to Saint Irene, from the name of the old church in the village of Parisa. The name Santorini is a contraction of the name Santa Irene. Before then, it was known as Calliste, the most beautiful one, Strongyle, the circular one, or Thera. The ancient name Thera, for Theras, the leader of the Spartans who colonized and gave his name to the island, was revived in the 19th century as the official name of the island and its main city, but the colloquial Santorini is still in popular use. The island was the site of one of the largest volcanic eruptions in recorded history, the Minoan eruption, sometimes called the Thera eruption, which occurred about 3,600 years ago at the height of the Minoan civilization. The eruption left a large caldera surrounded by volcanic ash deposits hundreds of meters deep. It has been suggested that the colossal Santorini volcanic eruption is the source of the legend of the lost civilization of Atlantis. The eruption lasted for weeks and caused massive tsunami waves. Excavations starting in 1967 at the Akrotiri site under Spiriton Marinatos have made Thera, not known by this name at the time, the best-known Minoan site outside Crete, homeland of the culture. Only the southern tip of a large town has been uncovered, yet it has revealed complexes of multi-level buildings, streets, and squares with remains of walls standing as high as 8 meters, all entombed in the solidified ash of the famous eruption of Thera. The site was not a palace complex as found in Crete, nor was it a conglomeration of merchant warehousing. Its excellent masonry and fine wall paintings reveal a complex community. A loom workshop suggests organized textile weaving for export. This Bronze Age civilization thrived between 3000 and 2000 BC, reaching its peak in the period between 2000 and 1630 BC. Many of the houses in Akrotiri are major structures, some of them 3 stories high. Its streets, squares, and walls, sometimes as tall as 8 meters, indicated that this was a major town. Much is preserved in the layers of ejecta. The houses contain huge ceramic storage jars, pithoi, mills, and pottery, and many stone staircases are still intact. Noted archaeological remains found in Akrotiri are wall paintings or frescoes that have kept their original color well, as they were preserved under many meters of volcanic ash. Judging from the fine artwork, its people were sophisticated and relatively wealthy. Among more complete frescoes found in one house are 2 antelopes painted with a confident calligraphic line, a man holding fish strung by their gills, a flotilla of pleasure boats that are accompanied by leaping dolphins, and a scene of women sitting in the shade of light canopies. Fragmentary wall paintings found at one site are Minoan frescoes that depict saffron gatherers offering crocus stamens to a seated woman, perhaps a goddess important to the Akrotiri culture. The themes of the Akrotiri frescoes show no relationship to the typical content of the classical Greek decor of 510 BC to 323 BC that depicts the Greek pantheon deities. The town also had a highly developed drainage system. Pipes with running water and water closets found at Akrotiri are the oldest such utilities discovered. The pipes run in twin systems, indicating that Therans used both hot and cold water supplies. The origin of the hot water they circulated in the town probably was geothermal, given the volcano's proximity. The well-preserved ruins of the ancient town are often compared to the spectacular ruins at Pompeii in Italy. The canopy covering the ruins collapsed in September 2005, killing 1 tourist and injuring 7. The site was closed until April 2012 while a new canopy was built. The oldest signs of human settlement are late Neolithic, 4th millennium BC or earlier, but circa 2000 to 1650 BC Akrotiri developed into one of the Aegean's major Bronze Age ports, with recovered objects that came not just from Crete, but also from Anatolia, Cyprus, Syria, and Egypt, as well as from the Dodecanese and the Greek mainland. The Minoan eruption provides a fixed point for the chronology of the 2nd millennium BC in the Aegean, because evidence of the eruption occurs throughout the region and the site itself contains material culture from outside. The eruption occurred during the late Minoan IA period of Minoan chronology at Crete and the late Cycladic I period in the surrounding islands. Archaeological evidence, based on an established chronology of Bronze Age Mediterranean cultures, dated the eruption to around 1500 BC. These dates, however, conflict with radiocarbon dating, which indicated that the eruption occurred between 1645 to 1600 BC, and tree ring data which yielded a date of 1628 BC. For those, and other reasons, the previous culturally based chronology has generally been questioned. Santorini remained unoccupied throughout the rest of the Bronze Age, during which time the Greeks took over Crete. At Knossos, in a Maya context, 14th century BC, 7 linear B texts, while calling upon all the deities, make sure to grant primacy to an elsewhere unattested entity called Qerasija and, once, Qerasijou. If the endings ia, s, and ios represent an ethnic suffix, then this means the one from Keras. If the initial consonant were aspirated, then *kera would have become Thera- in later Greek. Therasia and its ethnicon Therasios are both attested in later Greek, and, since sos was itself a genitive suffix in the Aegean Sprachbund, *keras, os, could also shrink to *kera. If Qerasija was an ethnicon first, then in following the entity, the Cretans also feared whence it came. Probably after what is called the Bronze Age collapse, Phoenicians founded a site on Thera. Herodotus reports that they called the island Callista and lived on it for 8 generations. In the 9th century BC, Dorians founded the main Hellenic city on Mesa Vuno, 396 meters, 1,299 feet, above sea level. This group later claimed that they had named the city and the island after their leader, Theras. Today, that city is referred to as Ancient Thera. In his Argonautica, written in Hellenistic Egypt in the 3rd century BC, Apollonius Rhodius includes an origin and sovereignty myth of Thera being given by Triton in Libya to the Greek Argonaut Euphemus, son of Poseidon, in the form of a clod of dirt. After carrying the dirt next to his heart for several days, Euphemus dreamt that he nursed the dirt with milk from his breast, and that the dirt turned into a beautiful woman with whom he had sex. The woman then told him that she was a daughter of Triton named Calliste, and that when he threw the dirt into the sea, it would grow into an island for his descendants to live on. The poem goes on to claim that the island was named Thera after Euphemus' descendant Theras, son of Autesian, the leader of a group of refugee settlers from Lemnos. The Dorians have left a number of inscriptions incised in stone, in the vicinity of the Temple of Apollo, attesting to relations between the authors and their lovers, Eromenoi. These inscriptions, found by Friedrich Hiller von Gertringen, have been thought by some archaeologists to be of a ritual, celebratory nature, because of their large size, careful construction and, in some cases, execution by craftsmen other than the authors. According to Herodotus, following a drought of 7 years, Theras sent out colonists who founded a number of cities in northern Africa, including Cyrene. In the 5th century BC, Dorian Thera did not join the Delian League with Athens, and during the Peloponnesian War, Thera sided with Dorian Sparta against Athens. The Athenians took the island during the war, but lost it again after the Battle of Aegospotami. During the Hellenistic period, the island was a major naval base for Ptolemaic Egypt.